Hi everybody, VRhotlaps here. No intro today, the race is long enough. I just have this amazing insight though. I don't know how to say the name of this company politely, but I know if they made sake, genius marketing idea. Send those Benjamins to me. So we have Black Evo, Jody High Roller, Zenith Specs, Monsieur Keith, Irish Liquid, Sock, Filler, myself, Mappy, Nasty, Wask and Sir Grinch. It is a reverse grid order. I don't know who sanctions that, but it made the race more interesting. So straight away, Irish Liquid up the inside of Monsieur Keith. Monsieur Keith goes wide. That's going to put him in trouble for the rest of this straight. Sock sniffing danger. Hang on, that could be a funny joke. Sock makes his way past. Got Filler and myself behind, also gaining. Having a look up the inside of Phil. Oh, Sock just puts Monsieur Keith into the wall. Phil goes up the inside, very aggressive but very brave. I come up the inside, also taking advantage. And Mappy's now come past, and Nasty's all over Monsieur Keith. Monsieur Keith is just being swallowed up by the pack. Oh, it's horrible to see this. I've been in this situation and it's hard to find a rhythm when you are being hounded by other race cars. Nasty racing very sensibly there, not sticking his nose in where he shouldn't do. Goes up the inside, good move. Wask also making a move. I think at this point Monsieur Keith is just happy to let the last car go, Mr. Grinch, sorry. As we had an incident at this corner and we see Phil goes round, I can't avoid him, but I do right my fellow Brit into the correct orientation. You can see I have damage on my front aero. I know Phil has tyre as well as aero damage. So aggressively I made my way down the inside. Great view. As we see Mappy and Nasty all looking interested. Got a bit loose there. Bit too much Vaseline on this morning. So we're going to speed things up quite a few times during this race, trying to keep the time down. Mappy makes a new bit of road to get up the inside of Phil. Brave move, very well done. Just got to make it stick, which he does. Nasty also looking interested. Phil does have damage, so he is slightly slower. Nasty up the inside, good move. Can he make it stick? Liquid facing the wrong way. Good move from Nasty, love this point of view. How close we all are to that wall. The way the Porsche just glides over the Big Dipper there. Nasty's car's looking very settled. We're on board with Wask. What are we going to see here? We've got Phil in front. Oh, he's looking a bit loose. Comes across the front of Wask. Wask helps him round. Nothing that they could do about that. That's just one of those things. Luckily, Wask did not pick up any damage. As we see Jody off the side of the road, that was a self-inflicted spin. So, heading down to the end of lap 2. So as we start lap 3 here, I pull over to the side because I know I've got damage and I know Nasty's faster than me. So I put the hazards on as the universal side of this is where I'm staying, and he gives me a bump draft instead. So off come the hazards. We're going to make a race of it instead, heading towards the end of lap 3. They had the opportunity for a clean pass, so now we're going to make them work for it. See, I've put the hazards on again. Now I don't know what side Nasty wants to go. I'm not going to fight this one. He finally picks the inside. I left it open for him. They go past. With the damage on my car, I am losing some speed along the straights, so I'm happy to try and use them for some slipstream as we head towards the end of lap 4. We've got Sock and Zenith Specs. No, we don't. Yes, we do. We have Nasty as well. Nasty past Sock, and I think he's gonna take Zenith as well. Oh, Zenith defending well. That purple BMW is looking fantastic. Coming up the straight, surely this is going to be a pass. No, Nasty's bump drafting, trying to help Zenith catch up. Oh, Zenith went deep into the braking zone. Nasty doesn't need 2 invites for that situation. For some reason, I have my hazards on. In-car view doesn't let me know if my hazards are blinking, so you just don't know. You can see here, I saw Wask coming up the inside. I just left them the room. I knew they was faster than me anyway, so let's try not to fight it too hard. So as we come down the back straight on lap 6, Wask does get past Zenith Specs. Oh, and I think Zenith just misjudged his braking point. Taps the back of Wask. You can see Sock going past. Oh, I'm going to have a look down the inside of Wask. Can I make this one stick? I think we was both as cautious as we was the first time he passed me. Good to see. Now we're just squabbling over how much angle I'm allowed to get into this corner. But at this point, it's always going to be the overtake. So Wask is going to have to work at this time. I'm not going to let it go easy this second time. Moving on to lap 8, I have caught Sock. And Mercedes looks great. Those colours are fantastic. See Wask getting very close, and oh, you don't stick your nose in there. That gap was always going to close. Put me into the wall, and then you put yourself into the wall. Luckily, both glancing hits. I'm already pressuring Sock. It's not like I've got anywhere I can go. Sometimes you just have to accept it's single file, and Sock makes his own mistake, and Wask keeps hold of the back of the car. Gets loose again. Too much baby oil on this morning, Wask. Start of lap 9. As I come around this corner, you can see Irish Liquid coming out of the pits. I make a decision here. I know Wask is quicker. I've got aero damage. So look, I come over to the side. Look, I just come out of the accelerator. Let them go past, because that just spelled danger to me. But Irish Liquid, fantastic awareness, amazing driving there, letting us both get into the corner. Great stuff, really good to see, well done. So, lap 9, Black Evo, first to blink into the pits. We've got Nasty and Mappy battling it out for first. They both come into the pits. Lovely entry there. Yes, that's what she said. On to lap 11. Me and Wask going the longest distance into the race. 11 laps, hit the pit entry, and Wask overcooks it, goes over the line. That's going to be a penalty. I can finally get a fresh set of tyres, running the mediums until there was very little left, and I'll also be able to get the damage fixed to the car. Out we come. I've come out onto the mediums. Wask is on the hard. You can see I just checked the distance behind me, not interfering with anyone. Give it a bit of weave up the straight, just trying to generate some heat into the tyres. Suddenly catching Wask up. And the glitch there, I suspect they reset their VR or recentered it. You can see the 3-second penalty for crossing the pit entry, and those hard tyres not warming up very quickly at all. Oh, we see Mappy has had a problem. They came over the crest of the hill, lost it under braking. They have quite severe damage to their car. They are going to be slow. Wask and myself catching them up. We know that Wask is going to be hitting the penalty zone here. Put out around the ghost. Rules state we are not allowed to drive through ghosts. Someone will be happy that someone's read the rule book and not wasted their work. Catching right up to Mappy. I suspect they need to pit. In they go, up into second. Now, I didn't appreciate that. I think Nasty must have had an accident themselves, because I'm up into first. Nasty's in the pits. Lap 14. Wask following Black Evo. We can see up in front, Zenith has an off. Oh, don't stick your nose in there. That's only going to end one way. Oh, Nasty out of nowhere. Let's have a look at that then. So we've got, from Evo's point of view, Zenith goes off. Wask comes up the inside, a single file through there. Hits Evo. Bit of a mess. Just one more time from Nasty's point of view. Should not try and overtake there. That's just always asking for trouble. I think Wask gave themselves damage there. Nasty goes through, lucky to not have his rear quarter tapped. Here's an example of how to do it. Look how patient Nasty is. Just waiting. Unfortunately, you've got to be patient. Nasty pulls up onto the inside. They're going to win this drag race. But he backs out of it. I don't know why or what Nasty thinks they may have done. When I pretended to look back at it all, I couldn't see anything. So look at the lap times on the right there. Loads of 2:07s in a row. Lap 24. We are heading towards the climax of this race. So bit by bit, Nasty has been tracking me down, and with 7 minutes left, they caught up to me. So let's get into real time here on board my VR with Nasty's chase cam, or car camera that's chasing mine. Down the outside, took a nice defensive line on the inside there. We're not going to make this easy. After nearly an hour's racing, it's coming down to the last 5 minutes. Checking the mirrors, sticking to the right hand side, defending the inside line. Now coming across, taking the left hand side. On the border of fairness there. I've never met Nasty until this race, and then met him in the lobby, and wowzers. But I can assure you they drive like an absolute demon, but they are fair. Two drivers at the top of their craft. Good exit for both of us. So I pick the left hand side. I leave a little gap, not enough to go down though. Nasty wants me to move, but I'm not going to be pushed out the way that easy. Braked into the apex of the corner, sticking it down the left hand side. We will not give up that inside line easily. You're gonna have to work to get past me. Great stuff, great driving from Nasty. I don't think I'm doing too bad on the back foot though. Oh, Nasty gets a twitch coming out of T1. See there, I just picked the right hand side. As I get up towards the corner, I can see I've got gaps, so I come over, give myself some angle. This is good stuff. Even I just get sucked into watching this and I know what happens. Such a great circuit, so dangerous. Through the Big Dipper. Phil's on the side there, getting a close-up view of the action for first. As I come out the corner, we get a bit of a squirrel already. I know what's happened. I know what's coming. Nasty's getting a tow like he's a trailer. He's going to come down the outside here, inside here, outside for the next corner, but he's just going to have too much, is he? I'm going to come down the inside. Oh, and I understand, pushed him out, and he just comes straight up the inside. Let's have a look at that. As he comes down the inside of me here, both going late onto the brakes. Now we're going to look at two things, my accelerator trace and my steering trace. So as we get into the corner, my steering trace all the way left, that doesn't shift, so I didn't open up the wheel to understeer or to steer him off the track. just a bit too fast. Now look, I come off the accelerator. I know what I've done. And I would rather finish second honourably than do a Michael Schumacher and cheat just to get a win. But there's still a lap to play for, and I'm not going to give it up. I'm trying flashing lights now because that's all I've got left. So, not giving up. Still trying to push. Nasty could make a mistake. Flash, flash. All the way up to him through the S's. I'm going to let this play out. I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. The race was phenomenal. Thank you to everyone. Well done to everyone, and Nasty, absolutely have my respect. Great win, well deserved. That's me done. See you all next lap.
Please leave a like and subscribe. I am needy.